What's good, y'all, and welcome to another vid. Number one, this is not a April Fool's video, and number two, the developers are continuing their absolute hot streak of character buffs and buffs and buffs. The reason why we're covering this as soon as possible, which is around 8 minutes after the release, is so that we can best prepare for our summoning decisions coming in the future. Quick interlope, right as I was filming this video, it has been announced officially for the global server that we're getting this patch too, and it is actually going to be releasing for us, the patch is going to be releasing for us on the 15th. So on the 15th of April we are getting the patch, which is in exactly 5 days, and the important part here is that the Tower of Deception is once again confirmed for us to be launching on the 21st of April. See what changed. I haven't read through them completely, so we have the usual riff-raff of we're excited to inform you of the upcoming update planned, blah 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 blah. Let's go with heroes. So not only is Anora making a comeback, she is also getting a buff. So straight off, first change, we have usually the cost of 22, which is pretty expensive, especially for an AoE mage, and now she's getting a cost reduction of 3. Next up we have the talent enhancement. So let's pull up that talent real quick. So talent enhancement, the stack cap of Ancient Spirit reduced from 15 to 6. Its effect increases per stack from 1 to 3%. Okay, so we are gaining, before that we had 15%, but it had to stack 15 times through the death of an allied summon, which was quite a lot, honestly, pretty hard to stack. Now we're getting an 18% increase, so a 3% attack increase, and it only takes 6 summons to die or disappear, which is way more reasonable. Next up, Worm Dive, which should be the ultimate if I'm not wrong. Worm Dive, enhanced. During the ultimate, Labor's basic attack has an expanded damage range. So not only are you getting, when activated, Labor immediately deals AoE damage, and during the ultimate increases Labor's damage by 150% and attack increases the attack range, you're also now getting an increased attack radius, meaning him attacking is going to have a bigger AoE effect. I would be guessing 1 tile and then the 8 around, but that remains to be seen and remains to be tested, as well as a increasement or enhancement to her A1. So A1, let's move everything over. Let's get rid of this stuff. We don't really need that one. So A1 is usually when Noxious Breath is generated, it immediately inflicts a mobilized state on up to 8 enemies in range, which gets doubled. So we're getting double the duration of a mobilized state. It is a brief change, but it is overall making an already very strong, very prevalent hero even better, even stronger. So not only are you going to be able to place Anora down faster, she's going to get a slight attack increase of 8%, but also more relevant stacking, because in most pieces of content you haven't even brought her alongside other summon units, meaning that not only is it easier to stack, but it also stacks higher. And then for the Worm Dive, it looks like it's going to be even more busted than it already is. You can see this is the activation range, so normal vortex range. You also have her summon being able to attack in this range, so everybody who's in this tile is going to be able to get attacked by the summon. And then you have the bigger range, which already seems pretty nice, which means we can get to the next ones. So Beelzebub apparently is getting an enhancement. Let's pull up the guy, the man, the unknown legend himself. He's kind of like fallen out of favor with Diao and all those units popping up. So let's see what changed. Beelzebub, Lord of the Flies enhancement. When the hero is in a cultist team, the hero's basic attack and Plague of Ruin restore HP equal to 50% attack to one cultist ally in attack range. And Corrupted Swarm added additional effect grants 30% AoE damage reduction to cultist allies in range. What? Okay, so let's run that back. Not only is he always permanently given the ability to restore HP, making him a way more crucial help in keeping others alive, in making sure that the curse team survives, because he is kind of squishy, and he's not like Dolores. He cannot heal. He's not like Constance. Now, all of a sudden, he can heal based upon 50% of his basic attack to one ally in range every time. Yeah, the hero's basic attack and the Plague of Ruin. That is crazy. So he turns into a healer. And now the most important part. Upon triggering the invigoration part of his kit, which lasts for a total of 22 seconds, you're getting 30% AoE damage reduction to cultist allies in range, which is, as far as I know, the only mention of AoE damage reduction next to Fercy, right? Fercy has AoE damage reduction minus 25%, he has 30%, and the only other one would be Diao herself, only taking 70% AoE damage as long as you have a Lubu unlocked. So we now have the single highest damage reduction in the game, but keep in mind it is conditional on the fact that it only works on curse allies. Now to one of my most favorite heroes, and someone I am of the heavy opinion that is highly underrated even before, and that is Beatrix. You might do it one by one, see what changes. Number one, we're getting a cost reduction of 3, so the Anora treatment. She is getting a dual faction. Once again, we're getting another unit who gets the dual faction treatment. Interestingly enough, she's getting the same faction as Anora, so we now have a second curse and esotericist unit. Interesting. So overall, we're going to be able to deal with a reduction in cost. And what that makes me think is this all comes very coincidentally. And my idea is something along the lines of, we're going to go into the tower and it's going to require Anora, meaning her limited banner is there, right? Makes sense? Her limited banner ends, tower appears. And then if you weren't able to get yourself an Anora, they're buffing at least another character up to do a similar thing, which is then going to be Beatrix. So Beatrix is kind of going to be like the Anora for poor people, with them like making them the same cost, making them the same faction, them having both multi-target attacks and summons. But I don't know. Let's see. Maybe you're also supposed to be running both of them at the same time. Okay. Ultimate. Ultimate talent, better said. Ultimate talent, Dream Summon cooldown reduced from 15 to 10 seconds. After the death of a Dream Eater, restores Beatrix's rage to 3%. So when an enemy dies in range, summons one Dream Eater, this is now a 50% less cooldown, or 33% less cooldown, from 15 seconds down to 10, as well as giving us 3% rage instead of 2%. Okay. Also, the maximum number of Dream Eaters has been increased to 5. So I think in the ultimate it said the cap was somewhere there, but now we know that the cap of Dream Eaters is 5, which is quite a lot, because trust me, her Dream Eaters are quite strong. Not only do her Dream Eaters inherit 100% of the Master's attributes and assist the Master in attacking enemies in range, each attack deals 40% AoE damage up to 4 or up to 5 enemies. The Dream Eaters exist for 18 seconds and explode upon expiration, dealing 100% AoE magic damage to up to 5 enemies. And you can see up to 4 can exist at the same time. Now it's up to 5. So, damn. Okay. What next? We have Soul Feast. Soul Feast is the ultimate. Okay. So the ultimate now says, during the ultimate, the heroes and Dream Eaters damage increases to 70% at maximum skill ups. After casting the ultimate, Dream Eaters targeting range expanded to the entire battlefield. Ultimate rage cap is reduced by 100. What? What? Global range? So not only are we doubling the damage. We're going from 35% increase in damage to both Beatrix and her summons. We're going to 70%. I guess we're taking out the reduce the cooldown of the talent by 5 seconds, because that's now a permanent thing. So it's going to be 10 seconds permanent rather than just 10 seconds during ultimate. And we're getting infinite range on all enemies during ultimate. That is crazy. For those of you that have never played around with her, that have never seen her summons, so summons are these kind of like glowing eye orbs that shoot these big AoEs. Again, if you're interested, feel free to check out the guide I made on 110 using Beatrix, because she was basically able to solo the top lane. But this is crazy. Okay, so full on AoE range. Okay. Spirit Drain, which is this one right here, which is getting changed to after Beatrix's attack increases by, no, normally it just Beatrix's attack increases by 10%, flat out. Okay. When an allied summon spawns on the battlefield, it increases the hero's attack by 1%, stacking up to 5 times. So she has a 10% attack increase permanently, which is the old cap, easily, permanently, and then up to 5% higher depending on how many summons there are on the field. I'm guessing it's just hers, but it might also work with the others. So overall you can get up to a 15% increase. Now her awakenings, let's check these out. So A1, which is, let's see, okay, we have to scroll up a bit. The A1, I guess we can delete this part. It just tells you the time that I copied it. But yeah, so A1, each stack of Spirit Drain increases attack by 2%. Dream Eater's death can also grant 1 stack of Spirit Drain. Each stack of Spirit Drain increases attack by 1%. Dream Eater's death can also grant 1 stack of Spirit Drain. Increases 2 or increases by... Okay, so Spirit Drain before, we talked about it, let's do a little bit of math. Before Spirit Drain, with the changes, right, with the changes, this gives you 10% and it gives you 1% per summon. Now you're getting, with the A1, 3% per summon, meaning overall you're getting an additional 15% attack, as well as having the chance of having one of your summons disappear, also counting as granting you a stack of Spirit Drain. Alright. The A2 changes from 300 attack, because you're getting a 10% attack buff in the A1, to -2 cost, bringing her cost down to 17. The A3 increases the number of Dream Eaters summoned by the ultimate by 1. So the ultimate summons are 2. She summons 2 Dream Eaters. Now she's summoning 3. When the talent is triggered, there's a 25% chance to summon 2 Dream Eaters. So now the talent, once again, let's go back to the talent, right? Her talent obviously states that when an enemy dies in range, she summons a Dream Eater. Now this Dream Eater summoning has a 25% chance of summoning 2 Dream Eaters instead of a single one. And when the talent is triggered, that's what we talked about. The A4, so they've changed the cost from -3 to -2, moved that to the A2, moved the attack increase to the A4, and the A5 is now the A3, being when Beatrix dies, when a Dream Eater dies, Beatrix restores 10% of her HP. Interesting. So basically we had a lot of ultimate swapping again. Once more, we've improved the A1, swapped the A2 with the A4, swapped the A5 with the A3. Overall, Beatrix is now way stronger and at her most potent once you get her to A3. Okay. So far, so good. What else are we looking at? Next up, we have a section for guilds. Added Guild War attack code and plan storage, allowing you to quickly copy other commanders' Demon Soldier team setups and auto-fight settings. Plan sharing. After each battle, commanders can share through the share button in the battle segment or the replay interface to generate an attack code. Plan storage. Using attack codes, you can import other commanders' attack team setups and auto-fight settings into the plan storage. The plan storage can store up to 5 attacks per season. When adding a new plan while at maximum capacity, the oldest plan will be replaced. Using plans. During Guild War or friendly face-off, you can access the plan storage through the attack plan button in the Demon Soldier team setup. Using a plan will replace your current Demon Soldier setups and auto-fight settings. If you switch devices after using a plan, so don't switch devices after using the plan. Plan restrictions. Each attack code can only be used within the same matchmaking server and season. When a new season begins, all plan in the plan storage will be cleared. As far as I can tell, and this means if you go into GVG and you have one guy in your guild who's really good at dismantling defenses, he dismantles the defense, can send the code, everybody in the guild can copy the code, use the code, and if the BP still matches or still wins out, you can just let the game run the fight for you, meaning you're copying exactly the same timings as the guy that sent the code. So if every factor is the same, or at least close enough, you should be able to defeat enemy defenses without even having to think for yourself. That is a interesting addition. And now we come to the most important part, and that is the Tower of Deception. So Tower of Deception launches for the Forerunner servers on the 14th, meaning I'll be able to have a week early on figuring out the easiest ways to clear these stages to present you with the most reasonable stage clears possible, which means I'll probably be pretty busy between the 14th and the 21st trying to figure out these timings. So the Tower to Setchum is a tower climbing challenge that resets every 4 calendar weeks, so once a month. When a season resets, both stage progress and rewards will be reset. Common stages, boss stages, hidden chamber stages, we talked about it. Common stages is you clear it one time. Boss stages and hidden stages, you can select challenge modifiers to make the stage harder, giving you better rewards. When newly unlocked or after each season resets, players can clear up to 5 stages a day, meaning you can't be clearing everything at once. But if you do unlock the hidden stages, you can clear a 6th, 7th stage a day if it's a hidden stage. Okay, interesting. Next up, other. We're increasing the Mythic drop rate in Artifact Material rate. We're increasing the Demon Soldier drop rate in Drake's Chasm. We're reducing the difficulty of defeating Dragon, Saurian Skimscale and Drake Abysm 1. We optimize acquisition difficulty for certain Demon Soldiers. We optimize the instant victory performance. We added early wave refresh rules to Gear Rate 3 and promotion rate, Insignia of Maximum, and all monsters in the current wave are eliminated. The next wave will spawn early. Okay, huge news here. Not only are we getting nerfed Abyss 1, meaning Abyss 1 is going to be easier, more accessible to more people, and is going to be overall a better experience, but we are also getting a hyper speed rate for our first gear rate, which is Gear Rate 3, meaning that if your team is powerful enough, you're going to be able to set a auto run that is significantly faster than before, because the most time spent in Gear Rate 3 was waiting on all the enemies to spawn in so you can kill them, which means you can now farm Gear Rate 3 like there's no tomorrow. We shall check this out as soon as it goes live tomorrow. If I can, if it's on the test server, we'll check all these features out early, so we have an idea of what's coming to global, and hopefully we can see and find some bugs and help the devs take them out before it launches to the global server. So this has been a massive note of patch notes. The most important thing you have to keep in mind is number 1, Beatrix is awesome, right? Beatrix is awesome. Number 2, Anora is no better. Number 3, Beelzebub is a funky boy now. And number 4, we have the Abyss 1 difficulty drop, as well as the increased in spawn rate on waves for Gear Rate 3. Peace!